let's start to own our own golf swing. This might sound strange. I think a lot of people won't realise they don't actually own their own golf swing. We're always trying to compare ourselves to people on TV, compare ourselves to somebody at the golf club, but do we actually own and do we actually trust the things we have? Let's get straight into it and talk about 2 key ways we can actually start to learn and own and trust our own golf swing. So there's 2 key points for me that are going to talk about how you own your swing. 1, it's having a stock shot. And 2, it's actually going through with your coach and working out what your swing preferences are and your tendencies are, and what ones actually affect the ball flight and what ones help you create the most consistent ball flight. So for me, there's a few things we can do here. I think we've got to stop critiquing our own golf swing and comparing it to anybody's at the club or on TV, and we've actually got to go into it and look and say, look, this is the way I move, this is the way it's most efficient for me, and this is what's going to help me produce my best scores. Yes, maybe tweaking certain things at certain points would help you improve, but it's not losing touch of what you swing it like. I use this analogy. Imagine we stood on the range now, we stood on the European Tour or PGA Tour, and we had bays on the range like I'm here at Panina. We wouldn't see 2 swings the same. We'd see Matt Kuchar swings it different to Jim Furyk. Jim Furyk swings it different to Brooks Koepka. Brandon Gray swings it different to Brooks Koepka. So you can see here the common theme is none of the players in the European Tour are trying to swing it like each other. They're all trying to swing it their best way, their most efficient way of what they've decided with their coach. And this can apply to anybody at any level. So for you, if whether you're off 28, just started the game of golf, or trying to turn into an elite player, learn to own your own swing, find out what tendencies help you perform, what tendencies actually affect ball flight, and analyse it with your coach, sit down and come up with a game plan to start trusting your own golf swing. And this is super important. So point number 1, start to trust, start to learn what preferences help and what preferences don't help your ball flight. Point number 1. Alright, let's lead me nicely on to point number 2, having a stock shot and shot selection with that stock shot. Let's get onto it. Let's go from down the line and work out a way we can do this. So nicely blending point number 1 and point number 2 together, shot selection and stock shot. So how are we going to do this? Well, we've already worked out our preferences and what helps our ball flight and what doesn't help our ball flight with our coach. And this leads me on to this great setup. So 1, let's establish our ball to target line, which runs right through this blue alignment stick. And then we've got our feet line which runs parallel to this. Now whether we decide to hit a draw shot or fade shot, we can orientate our way around this alignment stick, but let's just keep this down so we know exactly where our finish point is. So what I want you to do is I want you to find out what shot you perform the best with, and this could be applied to anybody at any level, whether you're starting again or whether you're trying to turn professional or whether you're just a mid-handicapper. Let's find out what stock shot helps you perform the best. And this is something I would use on the first tee when you're nervous, or just that go-to shot, whereas if you had nothing weather to take in terms of weather off the right, wind off the left, this is a shot we would actually take and actually hit. So the feeling we want to create here is 1, let's hit a fade, and then 2, let's hit a draw. So this illustrates our ball to target line. We're going to start off by hitting the fade to begin with, try and take the paintwork off the left edge. Then we're going to start to try and hit the draw, take the paintwork off the right edge. And for me here, one will definitely feel better than the other. And some days this may actually change. One day we may feel better drawing it, some other days we may feel better fading it. So this could form actually part of your warm-up, part of your way of actually performing best on the golf course. And that's what's absolutely key, performance. Not how we're swinging it and picture perfect, but the performance. So let's start off by hitting that fade. So I'm going to look for the out to in path, face slightly open to the path, but pointing left of our ball to target line. So let's hit that fade shot. Slightly left for the alignment, feeling that fade shot. There we go. Okay, for me that felt a really nice shot. Right now let's draw this golf ball. So I guess this has kind of come from my own experience, something I've done myself. I find it a lot easier to fade it, so I'm going to feel a bit more comfortable fading it, but some days I'll get on the range and I'll feel that draw shot becomes a little bit more natural. So let's see if today is one of them days. I'm going to start with the club face slightly closed, take my grip, alignment off to the right slightly, feel like I swing down my feet line. There we go, really nice draw shot there as well. You can start to see here I'm really starting to work this golf ball from left to right, right to left, but there'll be certainly one I feel a little bit more comfortable with, and that's certainly the fade shot. But I wouldn't have found that out unless I'd done something like this. So there you go, my 2 key points to start owning your own golf swing. Point number 1, work out your preferences, work out your tendencies with your coach. Sit down and start to learn and own what you do. Stop comparing to other people. Yes, you have model swings, but learn what works best for you. Point number 2, find your stock shot and work your stock on the golf course. When you've got a situation where we're not sure what shot to hit in terms of draw, fade, and we've got the option to hit, revert to the stock shot. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. Don't forget to subscribe and give all this content a thumbs up. See you next time.